What's up, guys? Today I am picking up some work. Thank God. I have a coworker, actually. Her son has a Yamaha Blaster, and it sounds like quite a while ago, like a couple of years, he dropped a gear. So I'm gonna go check it out right now, see what it is. And I mean, regardless of what it is, I'm sure I can fix it. It sounds like I'll just be replacing a gear. And he needs a new clutch and some other odds and ends. I'll check out the top end, Yamaha Blaster. I wouldn't be surprised if it's time for a new top end anyway. So I'm on my way there now, and let's go take a look. All right, guys, so success. I have the Blaster in the back. You can see it in the window there. I'm not sure if this is a transmission job now. After looking at it, he had described it. I thought he pulled the engine out and the gears were out and everything. And he said he found the busted gear. But when I got there, the motor's in the frame and he just has the clutch cover off and there's a busted gear. So it might be the kicker gear or something. I didn't want to like crawl around on the ground and stuff to see what it was. So I just threw it in the back of the truck and I'm gonna bring it home, see what it is. And I'm not sure what year it is. It looks like it, who the hell knows, man? They've made blasters for like 3 decades. So I'm gonna look at that. It looks like it may need a couple other things, a couple cables. I'm sure the carburetor is really gunked up. I thought it was just a couple years ago, but they were just saying it's been about 10 years since the thing's run. So it's probably gonna need some other maintenance, and we'll check the compression on the top end. Since I thought the cases were splitting also, the top end's still on there. And otherwise, he was saying the clutch was starting to go, so I'm gonna throw a new clutch in there. And I'll basically just go over the bike, make a list of the things that I think it needs, the stuff that it definitely needs to run, and then other things that aren't quite as important, like grips and stuff. And I'll price it out for him, and we'll see what he wants done. So there it is, baby. This thing was a boost to get in the truck. You can see these tires are flat, front and back. But this is what I was talking about. The clutch cover's off. So I'm gonna see, I'm hoping the gear came out of here somewhere. Something with the kicker maybe, I'm not really sure. But if he didn't crack the cases open, then hopefully that's not the issue. You can see, I'm gonna look up the VIN number. We'll see what year this thing is. I think it might be like, it might be an 88? I don't know. Everything feels pretty tight on it. These tires are the best. These Spider tracks, I wanted these so bad when I was a kid. You can see the front tires are flat too. That carb is probably so dirty. These grips could be replaced. It's got a twist throttle on it. Pretty cool little bike though. It probably rips when it's all together. So first thing I'm gonna do is throw some air in these tires so that it can roll around. Unfortunately, it's stuck in gear. So that's why I kind of had to struggle lifting it out of the back, and it was a real pain in the ass getting it in the truck too, but got the job done. Hard part's over. Let's do the diagnosis, see what the hell's wrong with this thing. Big brother, little brother. Big brother, little brother. So I feel a lot better now that there's air in those tires. It just looked like crap with those flat tires. Hopefully they hold air, and the front tires are really bald. You can see how bare bones they are. There's almost nothing on the top, but I happen to have some Yamaha rims with decent tires up top. I don't know if you can see the tread on there, but we'll see. Customer might want those. We can throw those on there, upgrade it to aluminum rims. The back tires I think are gonna be good. These Spider Tracks are such good tires and they're so solid. I can't imagine that there's any holes in them or anything. So we'll see if they hold air. Right now I'm just walking around, checking all the bearings and everything, seeing if anything really needs attention so that I can start making my list. Surprisingly, everything's pretty tight on this quad. There's a tiny little bit of play in the swing arm bearings, but it's so small. I don't know that they're really gonna wanna put the money into putting new bearings in there. The way that it is now, I think it's okay. You really gotta wrench on it hard to feel the play in it. And then there's a little bit up here. I can see some in the upper A-arm. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a very, very tiny bit of play. So we'll see what they want replaced. But surprisingly, this thing really is pretty tight. There's no play in the steering or anything, so this might be another low-hour quad that just is old and, you know, just been sitting for a long time, so it looks the way it does. So I'm a little nervous to look under this seat. You guys remember in the 250EX video, I found a snake under the seat. Oh my God. Dude, there's a snake in there. Holy shit, and it's alive. Holy shit. That was the last quad that was sitting for 10 years, so let's see what's under there. So luckily there were no snakes under the seat. This filter actually looks decent. It's an uni filter and it doesn't feel like it's falling apart. So I'm trying to keep the cost as low as I possibly can for this owner, only because it's an older Yamaha Blaster. It's really not worth that much money. So I know they don't want to put too much money into getting it back to working. So I'm going to clean that air filter and we'll reuse that. And here are the parts that the owner took off themselves. You can see our clutch cover and our clutch cover bolts and everything. This is the gear that's broken. Now, it looks like a transmission gear to me. I'm not 100% sure where that goes just yet. This is as far as the disassembly had gone though, and I don't see how a transmission gear could have possibly gotten out of the case from this side. So either I'm missing something, it was cracked open before, I'm just not sure where that gear goes. So I'm gonna open up a schematic on my computer and see if I can find out where it goes. Okay guys, so I'm here on motosport.com. I'm gonna show you guys where I usually go to get schematics, just to see, you know, how things go together sometimes. So right on their homepage, motosport.com, you put in whether, you know, whatever bike or quad you're doing. So we got 98 Yamaha Blaster, and we're gonna do shop OEM. Now you're gonna have all your parts and everything listed here. So I'm gonna go to clutch. And you can see they have the parts schematics right here. And luckily, see, this is what I couldn't see on the quad because it's behind the clutch basket. This is the gear, I'm 99% sure, that's broken. So this is awesome. This isn't a transmission job. It's just this primary drive gear. Unfortunately, you can't buy this gear by itself. So if I could, I would slide that off. You'd have to probably press it off and then press back a new gear back on. But luckily, I can get a used basket with a good gear on there, fairly inexpensive. And this quad's gonna need a new clutch anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And for all I know, you know, it's a This quad's pretty old, so it might be time for a new basket anyway. The fingers might be worn, and the bushings also in the primary drive gear might need to be replaced. So we'll just replace the whole basket, put the new gear on there, and it should be pretty straightforward. And I am going to take that clutch basket off before I go ahead and order the parts, just to be certain that that's the gear that's broken, but I'm 99% sure that that's it. So sure enough, you can see the gear did come from the back of the clutch basket. I can show you the gear. Fits on there. You know, that's how it originally was. So that will need to be replaced. I'm going to be getting a whole new basket assembly. It's going to be a brand new OEM. And the reason I'm doing that is because OEM is fairly inexpensive, believe it or not, for this quad. And also, if you can see the fingers, they're worn on this basket. That and the bushings you can feel have a little bit of play in this primary drive gear. I don't know if you can see it wiggling, but that whole thing really, the basket's shot pretty much. I mean, if you really wanted, you could file these down and put new bushings in here and then file your fingers to smooth them out. But for the price of just getting a whole new assembly, it's just not worth it. Okay guys, so I'm going to price all that stuff out, get in contact with the owner, see what they want to do with it, whether or not they want to go through with the work or how much work they want done to it. The only other thing I would do is test the top end, but since the clutch cover's off and the kickstarter's off, I can't really test the compression right now. So I'm going to put the clutch in, get that all set, and we'll see what the compression's like afterwards, because it's a Yamaha Blaster. Top end is a fairly easy job to do. So if it's getting tired, that'll be something I might do after we do the clutch and I talk to the owner. Otherwise, guys, that's going to be it for today. Stick around. This bike should look a lot better when I'm done with it. I appreciate you guys watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out a lot. Please give me a thumbs up button if you like the video. I am still looking for another project bike. I'm just taking my time. Like I said in my last video, I want to make sure that I find the right bike at the right price because I do need to make some money on it. But until then, guys, enjoy your week.